Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now.
Hello. Welcome to this episode of Change is Near. Today is March 16th of the year 2022. This is episode 15, and I'm going to talk about black holes. You see, this subject is kind of intertwined with Anti-Universe, episode 13, and even though he doesn't speak about that very much, with Harald Klaus Vela, which I talked about yesterday in episode 14. So you see, black holes are actually are parts of the universe that are beyond our understanding. Mainstream science, as always, tries to understand everything, and there's an explanation for everything through the scientific method and all that, observations, through our very limited senses and telescopes and all that. You see, for example, your sight only goes from 380 nanometers to 700 nanometers of wavelengths of light. So that's very limited. It's calculated that that's around 1/1,000,000% of the available light in the universe anyway. So what you see is just a very small part of the universe. There's stuff going on that your eyes cannot see, so they cannot understand it. So okay, we have telescopes that are able to transmute this light to the visible light. So for example, they're infrared or gamma ray, X-ray, ultraviolet, and some others. Still very limited. We think that's most of the wavelengths of light that are available in the universe, but no, you see there are many things that are beyond our understanding at this moment in time on Earth. Okay, they're gonna come to us later on in civilization as we go into this new Earth. Okay, so black holes, actually mainstream science explains them one way, and I explain them other way, or I feel about them other way, and maybe it's something that's going to be entertaining or interesting to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a video, okay, of what is the mainstream explanation of a black hole. So we're going to listen to it together, and it's 3 minutes, and it's very detailed of the mainstream explanation of a black hole. And then after the video goes through, I'm going to give you my explanation of what is a black hole, okay? Let's go.
Black holes are one of the strangest things in existence. They don't seem to make any sense at all. Where do they come from? And what happens if you fall into one? Stars are incredibly massive collections of mostly hydrogen atoms that collapse from enormous gas clouds under their own gravity. In their core, nuclear fusion crushes hydrogen atoms into helium, releasing a tremendous amount of energy. This energy, in the form of radiation, pushes against gravity, maintaining a delicate balance between the two forces. As long as there is fusion in the core, a star remains stable enough. But for stars with way more mass than our own Sun, the heat and pressure at the core allow them to fuse heavier elements until they reach iron. Unlike all the elements that went before, the fusion process that creates iron doesn't generate any energy. Iron builds up at the center of the star until it reaches a critical amount, and the balance between radiation and gravity is suddenly broken. The core collapses. Within a fraction of a second, the star implodes, moving at about 1/4 of the speed of light, feeding even more mass into the core. It's at this very moment that all the heavier elements in the universe are created as the star dies in a supernova explosion. This produces either a neutron star, or if the star is massive enough, the entire mass of the core collapses into a black hole. If you looked at a black hole, what you'd really be seeing is the event horizon. Anything that crosses the event horizon needs to be traveling faster than the speed of light to escape. In other words, it's impossible. So we just see a black sphere reflecting nothing. But if the event horizon is the black part, what is the whole part of the black hole? The singularity. We're not sure what it is exactly. A singularity may be infinitely dense, meaning all its mass is concentrated into a single point in space with no surface or volume, or something completely different. Right now, we just don't know. It's like a dividing by zero error. By the way, black holes do not suck things up like a vacuum cleaner. If we were to swap the Sun for an equally massive black hole, nothing much would change for Earth, except that we would freeze to death, of course. What would happen to you if you fell into a black hole? The experience of time is different around black holes. From the outside, you seem to slow down as you approach the event horizon, so time passes slower for you. At some point, you would appear to freeze in time, slowly turn red, and disappear. While from your perspective, you can watch the rest of the universe in fast forward, kind of like seeing into the future. Right now, we don't know what happens next, but we think it could be one of two things. One, you die a quick death. A black hole curves space so much that once you cross the event horizon, there is only one possible direction. You can take this literally inside the event horizon.
Okay, so the whole video is 5 minutes. I include the link on the show notes. You might want to look into that. I selected just 3 minutes so I don't make the show very long, and then I have my own opportunity to tell you my feelings about black holes. You see, I didn't read about this. I don't remember anywhere. I did read the mainstream explanation many times, and I've seen many documentals, and I even have books on black holes. It's an interest of me for a very long time. But you see, I've changed my tune, and from going to believing is a place where gravity is so high that everything, including light, escapes it. And you see in the video, they say something very interesting. To things to make sense, you have to go faster than speed of light. So they automatically say that's not possible. Yes, speed is infinite in the universe. I mean, please, we're looking at this through our senses, through our primitive brain. I'm sorry to call it that, but of course there is an explanation. Okay, I mean, in that 3-minute video, they're telling you the story, but they're not telling it to you. They say we don't know. It's like dividing between zero. Dividing something between zero is infinite. Okay, it goes to infinite. So yes, of course, but we have to understand things a little bit different, and that's going to come to us in a different place in the future. Okay, as we evolve as a humanity, things are going to open to us. So the importance of the show is not really black holes, which is a very interesting subject, is to explain to you that there's going to be technology you are not going to understand, or at least right now you're not going to be able to understand it. The ways we create energy immediately, unlimited, free for everyone, abundant, as Harald Klaus Vella was talking about on yesterday's episode. And we're going to create incredible machines that are not going to be even machines anymore. All the problems in the world, everything is going to become abundance. But with that, our whole belief system is going to collapse, and we're not going to be greedy anymore. We're not going to want to be, king of the hill anymore. We're not going to want to have all the money anymore. Money is going to become irrelevant. With everything being abundant, the abundant and scarcity paradigm is going to break, and you're not going to even want to have money anymore. And this is not the Great Reset grab or anything like that. Please don't align me with that shit. I'm sorry to say that. That's the artificial world. That's a horrible version of what I'm telling you. It's very similar, okay? They say you're not going to work, and you're going to be watching Netflix and playing video games all day, and get some money as a digital currency in your chip, and you're going to be able to buy other stuff and pay for your Netflix and whatever. That's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm talking about the world being in balance, us being in balance with the world, with other beings, with other civilizations, help others, become beacons of light and love and guidance to others. Share our new wisdom with other civilizations that are farther back. You see, there is no right or wrong in the universe. Everything is right. It's just you're in a different place. If you're at 0%, you're at 0%. You have a lot of wisdom to gather still. If you are at 90%, you're very, very wise, but you still have to get to 100, you see. When you get to 100, everything changes. You become an angel, and you're going to be on eternal ecstasy of just being a being of light and love and guidance. Your whole existence is going to become a purpose then, and everything's going to change. So basically, I'm going to go through mainstream science and then side to side with my feeling. So you see, mainstream science is a black hole is a space in the universe where gravity is so highly concentrated, as the video explained very well, that nothing can escape it, okay? Even light, they say, because you see, you will have to travel at a speed faster than light, so that doesn't make sense. So they don't understand. Okay? So in a way, my feeling is it's a space in the universe we're not supposed to understand at this time, and thus it appears black to us, okay? So the universe is so wise that when you see something that you are not able to understand, instead of showing it to you and you go crazy maybe because you see stuff there that you don't understand. For example, you see speeds higher than the speed of light. And everything, your brain goes crazy, and you're probably going to have something happen to you, or you just go plain crazy. So the universe is so wonderful and vibrates in love that just puts a black patch to it. It's like those documents that they take out the stuff you're not supposed to see, and they just strike it black. Very similar analogy, okay? Just that is in a bad way, because that is disclosure that they don't want to give you, okay? For example, in UFOs or whatever. But on this, is the universe being kind to us by hiding stuff we're not supposed to understand. As the video explained, and the knowledge I gathered on black holes for a long time, is they have a start and an end. And actually, apparently, we're seeing the end according to mainstream science. I don't believe that anymore. I don't feel that anymore. A black hole, as the universe, goes on forever because it's not a black hole. there's no black there. It's just, we're not supposed to understand it at this time. There's probably civilizations there. There are planetary systems. There are galaxies that we're not supposed to see at this time. Okay, there's no start and end. Okay, the universe started whenever it started. That is an infinite time ago, and it will never end. It will go in infinity. So there's no start and end. Just change. Time behaves different from Earth in a black hole. So they say in the video, and you might want to watch it completely because they go about that later on, that you will have a quick death because time is accelerated through the black. Again, we go ahead with stuff that we don't even understand. Trying to explain stuff that we don't even understand. Time in a black hole is infinite as is in the rest of the universe. So there's no death, there's nothing. They don't know what will happen to you, okay, if you go into a black hole. But you're not supposed to understand it at this time, so you shouldn't go into black hole. I mean, civilization right now, Earth 2022, shouldn't try to go into black hole. First of all, we are really primitive machines and Newtonian physics, and we're not even into anti-gravity. How are we ever going to go into black hole? It's the whole question is, I'm sorry, but it just goes about it the wrong way. Nothing can escape it and gets trapped by it. That's mainstream science. It vibrates in balance as the rest of the universe is my feeling. So it's not as they say, it's not that they suck things or whatever, but there's nothing going on. There's nothing going on in a black hole. It's just stuff that we're not supposed to understand at this time. So to protect us, it's hidden from us. Okay, that's in a nutshell. So I hope you like this one. I'm trying to, again, make them shorter and shorter, but with a lot of concentrated information and knowledge. Hope you like it. Again, these are my feelings. If you think I'm crazy, if you think I'm funny, I really thank you very much. I really don't have a problem with however you feel. I do hope that you try to find that I'm trying to give breadcrumbs and little hidden things on every episode, as this stuff is very important because this is where we come from and how the universe has a sense to it, and it's all intentionally to vibrate in love. And just a final point, I didn't make it through the slides and it just came to my mind right now, but there's also talks that black holes are the anti-universe, and that's where, all these evildoers vibrate. No, not at all, not at all. Don't go with that, don't go with semantics. Just because they're black is not black magic or black energy. Again, we're not supposed to see whatever is happening in there through our senses that are extremely limited, and even our rudimentary primitive machines like telescopes. Okay, we are not supposed to see what's there. It's not necessarily something bad. It's actually something good. There's good beings there that protect the universe, protect us from watching the stuff that we're not supposed to understand at this time, and we'll go crazy. The wisdom inside you have all the wisdom in the universe inside you. Okay, and it's gonna come to you, not on this lifetime. Everything's just breadcrumbs and little stuff. Okay. Eventually, as you go through your expressions, you're going to gather more wisdom. And remember, I said this in another episode, when you physically end your episode here on Earth, it's called death in mainstream, you leave your knowledge in your brain. That stays and goes to the elements. That stuff that stays there. Okay? But your wisdom is always with you. And it's not like you gather wisdom, you uncover wisdom. Okay? It comes to you. It's like a drive that is encrypted, but they don't unencrypt it 100 to 0, complete. They start unencrypted percentage by percentage, little by little, so you understand this stuff and you don't go crazy, because it's very difficult really to embrace what we are. It's incredible. It's incredible. You're not just a being in a planet, random planet. Okay. So use the comments. I got a couple of comments on a video a couple of days ago, so I really try to go into all the platforms and see if there are any comments and respond to you. At least thank you for the comment if I don't have anything to comment on that. The email is there, changeisnear@protonmail.com, and as always, please be sure to check the guys from Waking the Future. You're really not gonna regret it. And I include the link to the video I showed as a gratitude and as a disclosure that is not my video, there's someone else's work, and you can find the complete video there and you can see who created and everything. All right, so thank you and have a very, very nice day.
We want you on the show. Send me an email to hey@humanitywins.net to schedule an interview. Help me out by making the show more interesting, fun, and knowledgeable by having you on and giving our viewers the opportunity to learn from you. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Please be sure to check out our friends from Waking the Future and their awaken-attire.com shop. They gave me my first opportunity to speak about this and I will be forever grateful. Link to their channel and shop on the show notes. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.